What's up, guys? It's King Club here, and it's been a little while. I can't lie. Like, it has been a minute, but I am back, and hopefully, I can make more videos soon. I know I am terrible with promises on this channel. Just look at my video, Nintendo Switch 2 unboxing. It's not on my channel, but there's a promo for the video. It's like some bullshit. But anyways, for the Big Brother people who watch, I don't know if this video is for you. This is kind of for like a little new audience I have. I mean, not I, but like Battle for Dream Island or Teapot as it's currently known as. I'm gonna rank not all of these characters. Like, I'm not gonna rank fucking Blender, but like most of these characters, I'm about to rank all of them and give my 2 cents. I've been a pretty OG teapot. I mean, at least in this point in the game, I'm pretty OG. I started watching in about third grade, and currently I'm a sophomore in college, so you guys can do the math. So I've been at this for a little bit. And yeah, I honestly overall I do like this series a lot. It's something I grew up with and something I still tune into. I disagree with a lot of the choices they make, but I have major respect for Michael and Carrie Huang who created this, and I hope they succeed in their BFDI endeavors. And yeah, so let's get into this ranking. First of all, Robot Flower, good potential, but squandered. All right, here are the tiers. Good potential, but squandered is kind of this tier where these characters, I feel like they had something good going for them, but I feel like it wasn't fully used. And that's with Robot Flower. I think she should have always been like season 1 Flower. Like, she should have been that, but I feel like they didn't utilize it. And they did in Teapot, which I liked. I love that in Teapot, but then they kind of sandbagged her by putting her on a team with Fanny, Tree, Black Hole, and Marker, which I think is so. Why were those four together again? Which I think is so dumb. But yeah, I'm gonna put her here because she had the potential, and I like Robot Flower. Yellowface, I do like. I do think earlier on, I do think I was a little bit more neutral on him, but going into Teapot, especially like Teapot 8 when he had limbs, I don't know why, but that was so much fun. But overall, like, I'm not that huge on yet. Like, he's funny. I'll give him that. He is funny, but like he is kind of like one of those characters that can be annoying. But they did expand enough on him in Teapot to where I'm fine with that. So yeah. Stapy. Stapy's like a bum ass character. Like, I wanna like him. I don't know what to do with him. I guess I'll put him here. He's an alright character. They kind of screwed him over majorly by just making him cheat and then putting him up for elimination. That was crazy. And yep. Okay, Snowball. I love Snowball. Snowball has always been one of my favorite characters. Season 1, he was mean, but I do think season 1 kind of needed that. And he was a mean character who actually made it kind of far, unlike some of the other, like, at least with no elimination. He made it to the merge, which good for him. And yeah, I do think he's gotten good development. Teapot, I like him in Teapot, but I do feel like there's something holding him back from being up here. And I do think they underused him. He should have been like a bit more aggressive, I'd say. Like, he should have been in like the mix more often. I do like the stuff with him and Grassy, but at the same time, there wasn't enough for him in Teapot. BFB, he was good. He was good in BFB. I did like what they were doing with him. Also, I'll say this now. Pre-split BFB is probably the best season, unless Teapot tops it, which it probably will. But pre-split BFB, that's when most of these characters peaked. And I'm not exaggerating when I say that. We're gonna go through the tier list, and speaking of, there's one right here. Flower peaked in pre-split BFB. What they were doing with her in pre-split was great, and then they fucked it up in post-split. That makes me so mad. Like post-split as a whole, easily worst season. I think most people would agree on that, and I can see why they kind of butchered everything. And the whole split itself, I think, was just horrible. Because they had no reason to do that. Like, looking back, no one would have cared if the animation quality dropped a bit. Like, you could still tell a good story. I don't think anyone would have given a shit. I think people would just want episodes to come out fast. And if they stayed with the same familiar characters, I think it could have ended up being really good. Because even when BFV was going fast, it was still good. And Flower was a part of that. Like, BFDI, she's pretty fun. She's the villain. And in this one, we still see her be the villain, though, which I like. But she's a lot more, like, likable. And that's why I like her a lot. Blocky is going in my favorites, but I do think they butchered him a little bit. But I feel like I like him too much to put him lower. And my reason for this is BFDI, he was funny, but pre-split BFB, again, pre-split BFB, he was at his best. He was like this nice little older, he was Snowball before Snowball with Grassy. He was like Grassy's OG, like older brother figure. And I really like that Blocky kind of had that. And his dynamic with the whole Better Name team was great. Like he was kind of the standout character on that team, and I wish he stayed in Teapot. I wish he was in Teapot. He would have been so much better in Teapot. Like, sure, give him that story with Woody, but Woody needed his own. We'll get to Woody later. Lightning, one of my favorite character. Basically my favorite character. Lightning's the realest motherfucker ever. Lightning is so real, bro. But like, I was so sad when Lightning got voted out. A lot of my favorites got voted out early in Teapot, including Lightning, and I was so sad because like, why do we need? There's one Death Pactor that I hate, and we'll get to that character, but Lightning should have stayed over that character 1,000,000%, and he didn't. And I love Lightning. He's just funny. Like, he's just always like saying some stupid ass shit, and he does not deserve to be hated on by Black Hole. I feel so bad for him, but he's a real ass dude. He's a chill guy, and I just resonate with him a lot. Needle, I love Needle. Needle's a really good character. BFDIA is probably where she shines the most. And I do think they did a lot of good stuff with her. I do think separating her from Jesus Christ, Coiny and Pin was honestly a good play. And I do like her a lot. Teapot, she was alright. BFB, she was non-existent. BFDI, she got out early, but she had a lot of personality there. And I think overall, great character. They expect also because her BFDI self and her BFDIA self are already so different that it's great. Dora, good potential, but squandered. Here's why. They need to make Dora like a villain. I think that would be so much fun. Because Dora's already mysterious. She has these special powers. And I think it'd be so much fun if she was a villain. And yeah, she's underused. Roboti, I love Roboti. I used to be a Roboti hater. I actually did vote him out in BFB, and I'm a little fake. I admit it, but Robati is a character I've grown to really enjoy. I love that he's just kind of around now. Wait, it's a little fire truck going by or whatever. And yeah, I just grown to like him. Ruby's a character I go back and forth with. I'll put her in like in the BFDIA revival. I honestly liked her a lot. I kind of was hoping she'd stay over Book. Even though I do like Book, I like her probably more than Ruby now. Oh my fucking god, these fucking ambulances and fire trucks. Sorry to to whoever those are for, but they're loud. And yeah, Ruby, I like her, but she was also so annoying sometimes. Like in post split and like kind of pre split, she kind of just annoyed me. But she isn't that bad of a character. I do like her overall. Coiny is one of my favorites. Coiny's a dog. I just love Coiny. Like he's one of my favorite characters in regular BFDI. Even though he got out early, like I feel like he was just like he was just like this jokester, and I just enjoyed him. Also, BFDIA, he was robbed. Him and Pin robbed. I'll repeat myself. They were robbed. One of them two should have won. That season was about them. Them two, they were the main characters. And I'm so mad that they're both out now. And yeah, but I love Coiny. And Teapot Coiny, underrated. I feel like he should have stayed. And I kind of fuck with Coiny, like with the whole like his nostalgia over BFDIA. Because if BFDIA was his breakout season, like I would be as nostalgic over that too. And like, in Teapot, he wants to team up with Donut. He just wants to run. He just wants to run with his squad. He's it's like his all-star season, his fifth season. He just wants to run it with the squad. I just fuck with that so heavy. Coiny's the GOAT. I love him. Who who I hope I do not get hate in the comments. I cannot stand this little shit. I hate him. I hate him so much. He is the most annoying character. Why is he still in the... I hope he gets so eliminated. I hope he gets so fucking eliminated next episode. Please, please, BFDI gods, please eliminate him. Everything he does annoys me. And you know what's even worse? You know what makes me hate him even more? If you go to whatever BFDI episode it was the auditions episode for the new characters, like the ones that like David joined and like Clock says like watches are for wannabes. Marker pulled up in that video and said, "I have a tattoo." And he was just like this like chill cool guy. And they decided to butcher his fucking personality. What we could have had. Like, I feel like they need, like, another, like, jockish character. That's, like, not with the blocky squad. He's kind of his own thing. And Marker could have... Even Marker with this design still could have worked. Like, it still could have fucking worked. Why did they change it? It makes me so mad. So mad. He adds nothing to the plot. If the Death Pact quartet consisted of, like, Pi... It would literally be the same. If it consisted of who else? Remote. It would literally be this. It would be better with Remote, honestly. Marker, I hate him. Clock, good but squandered potential. And I don't know why in my OG, in like when BFB was first airing, I was a Clock hater for some reason. I think I just wanted to be a hater because everyone liked him. And the reason why he's in this tier is just simply because BFB 15 post-credit scene. They could have... Another reason why BFB should not have split. The losers would have become like the breakout team, and Clock would have had so much screen time. And I like what they did with him and Teapot. He did get unlikable there for a bit. But I do think they turned it around, and I genuinely do think he had a good run, but I do think he squandered a bit. Winner, I just like. He just seems chill, I guess. Like I don't have much to say about Winner. He's kind of just like all right. Like, but I like him more than that though. TV, okay. I actually do like TV, but I will say I am still bitter over Fries and Puffball's eliminations that he should have gone out in or someone else. But I do like him overall. He's fun. He's unique. He is a gimmick character, but I do think his gimmick works. I just like all the shit he does in the background of a scene. And like it is kind of missing without him. I do think next season he shouldn't be a contestant. He should just be like the backup host. And yeah, I kind of like him for this tier. And I don't really have a good reason except post split he kind of sucked. Pre split he was fun. Teapot here and there, but he's a good character. I like him at the end of the day. I do think he got annoying, but overall, sure, I'll leave him there. Gady's all right. I don't have much to say about Gady. There's nothing wrong with Gady. It's just like I've really nothing to say about Gady. Except I do like her in two. I do like that. Price tag, I'll put price tag right next to Winner. And my reasoning for this is Price Tag was a boring ass character for most of Teapot, and they got better as the episodes went on. Like by Teapot 10, I liked them, but at the same time, they haven't done much in terms of all of that. So they're in like Remote. I love Remote. I don't think she should rejoin Teapot, but she should definitely get another chance. Remote was this, for me at least, besides Penn, the standout character on Death Pact in pre-split BFB. And another character who kind of just got screwed over by Teapot's bad writing early on. And I like Remote. She did so much, and she was interesting because she brought on like the shit Fanny was doing before Fanny. And I really like Remote. I think she should get another chance. That whole thing, the best part about Remote is that segment she got where she sent Robot Flower the bomb, and it kind of caused this rift in the team. Again, another reason BFB should never have split. They could have done cool stuff with Remote. And yeah, that's great. All right. Next up, we got Purple Face. He's alright. Nothing good, nothing bad to say about him. He's just kind of a filler character. Barf Bag, this tier. They kind of squandered Barf Bag and Teapot a little. Like, she did get that episode, and I liked it, but they could have done more. Barf Bag was an interesting character. Her and Donut were chill. But, some things aren't meant to last. And Barf Bag was one of them. Okay, I don't know why I made that philosophical ass quote about Barf Bag. It doesn't matter. Okay, Grassy. Okay. Also, wait. I'm going to talk about these two together. And I am going to go on a little rant because Bam, or you know what? Bam. You see what I did? Look, everyone's least favorite characters are in my favorites. And also, why do you guys hate on them? This makes me so mad. Rocky and Grassy are literal children. Bro, they're just like little kids. They're just like trying to have a good time and like just like be and they're always just happy and shit. And like bro, and you guys just hate on them because they do nothing. Shut up. I love Rocky. Rocky has always been my favorite in BFDI. I just love the barf. It was just funny. It never got old. I mean, I get like some people getting old of it, but Rocky Rocky always has a special place in my heart. He's just like he's just like this little guy and it's fun. Grassy, I still love Grassy even before Teapot 21, and I'm glad they did that. I'm glad Teapot 21 gave Grassy his flowers and made him likable. I actually voted for him for the first time. I never actually voted Grassy because like I knew he was safe no matter what. But like I do love him. BFB, I love him. I hate when they bully Grassy. Like pull up that meme of Shaq hitting the timeout. That's what that's like what I'm thinking right now. Like when they're mean to Grassy. And yeah, Grassy's awesome. BFB, he was great. And Teapot, he was even better. So yeah, Foldy's aight. I literally not much to say. She was interesting in BFB, but yeah. Now Donut up here. Donut Donut did what I feel like some characters haven't really done. And he's just like gone up. I don't know why he's always so close to being eliminated in Teapot. Because I feel like he's like everyone's favorite character. Like everyone loves Donut. He was like in BFDI, yeah, he was in one episode. But dude, BFB, they gave that man the spotlight and he ran with it. And I loved it. When he was the host, that was such a good creative choice. I loved that. And he even had other good moments. Like he was like the team leader for Team Ice Cube. And Teapot, he just got even better. Like the whole hit stuff with him and One and Cloudye were all great. I do think early Teapot he didn't do much, but either way, love Donut. Balloony, I like Balloony. I feel bad that they sandbagged the fuck out of him by putting him in BFB with all those with all those like popular characters. That should have never happened. Balloony should have stayed in Teapot. David, I like David. Now, I haven't been tuning into BFDIE, if that's what it's called. I don't know what he's doing there, but I kind of like it. I've seen like the first two episodes. I haven't really been keeping up. But David, I overall like David. He's interesting. He's kind of for a joke character. I think he's like just so good. Like he's so simple, but he's effective. Fiery, dude. How did Fiery become the most bland character I think ever? Like how was that possible? Like he had a personality. I swear he had a personality in BFDI, but it's just gone. Dude, he's just like happy. He's just go lucky. Like I don't know. Where was his anger issues with Coiny? Like where and he had like this cool guy energy season 1, but that kind of disappeared and I don't really know what happened. You just kind of all right. Cloudy, he's one of my favorites. Should not have been voted out. Dude, he's a victim of the fact that you could only cast one vote between two teams for a lot of teapot eliminations. A lot of people fell victim to that. Like Cloudy, if the S was just up for elimination by themselves, or they finally implemented the you can vote for one person on each team, I highly doubt Cloudy's getting eliminated. Like Ice Cube would have totally gotten eliminated. Ice Cube was doing jack shit in Teapot. Ice Cube just should have went. It's kind of stupid. Golf ball. I like golf ball. Actually, golf ball's been good in Teapot. Golf ball is a character that over time I've started to like. It's golf ball's an acquired taste, but like I just I kind of dislike some aspects of golf ball. I still think she's annoying, but I do think she's kind of come around to being like the good annoying. So I can let it slide. Now for Tree, I love Tree. I just think he's a chill dude, and I do think he just kind of fits in with his whoever he's with. Again, some more marker slander right here. Pissed he got voted out, and pissed he stayed. I would want to see Tree in the merge. I feel like Tree needs to get separated from Death Pact. I need to see. Excuse me. I need to see him interact with some more people. For Christ's sake. Two, I love two, but dude, what the fuck was those last few episodes? Are you serious? Like, I kind of wish two got more screen time. Like, I understand what they wanted to do, and I like it, but I don't know. I'm just kind of mad he wasn't in those episodes. Black Hole is a character I am regularly on and off with, and right now I'm on with him. I'd say I put him top of love. I really like him in BFB. He was interesting, and he'd had some cool moments, but I feel like he wasn't all that. Like he was probably like if based on BFB, I'd probably put him like here. Early first two episodes of Teapot up here, and then he's kind of sucked after that. He sucked for a little bit in Teapot for a minute, and then they brought him back up to the start. And I think he's been good ever since. And I think Black Hole will excel in the end game of Teapot. I think he has. I low key. I kind of want him. I don't want him to win, but I want him to be a finalist. And I do think he's definitely has the most potential. Honestly, one thing I do wish, and I don't know if they do this because it would low key it maybe ruin his character, but a Black Hole villain arc, he'd be fucking unstoppable. Pillow, hate. Pillow's like what the like. It's sort of funny, but it really isn't. Pillow, I don't even know what they were going for with Pillow pre-split BFB. I don't even know what they were trying to do. She was like a researcher, but she was low key nice. Remember when it's low key this scene right here with Black Hole with all the forks going in? Dude, Pillow took all those forks for her entire team. She was chill. And then I don't know what happened. Just she got lobotomized. Like a lot of these characters. And like a lot of like real life people, like Howie from Big Brother. But like that's besides the point. Yeah. Hate Spongy's Nah, I don't really have an opinion on Spongy. I just don't care. Same thing for Cake, but I'm gonna dislike Cake because or is Cake a guy? I think it is. Yeah. Cake is he's like just so useless and does absolutely nothing. Like but I don't know. Yeah. Tennis ball, currently I dislike him. And I don't want to put him there. But why did he make the final 3 in BFDIA? Why? Why is he that far? Not that I hate him, but why is he that far? Because Teapot, I low key liked him. Besides Teapot 5, I low key think he should have gotten eliminated over Fries. I think that would have just been funny. And also, Fries is just a better character. And yeah, tennis ball, at this point in time, I dislike. Oh, let's do X. I love X. X X is who I strive to be in my everyday life. He's just like a nice dude. And he's really come into his own over the years. He used to be like Four's little sidekick who's scared, but now he's great. Uh I'll rank the Flower Speaker box. Flower Speaker box was great. Should have stayed around longer. Non-existy right here, because they low-key should have done something with him. They should have flipped the script. I get not wanting to put non-existy if you wanted to keep him like literally doing nothing, but make him like some like weird god. Like make him like do like paranormal ass shit. Like make him do something that like I feel like could have brought like some weird energy to Teapot. I feel like he could have been utilized really well, and it just wasn't. They would definitely have to change his character though. I'll admit, at his current state, I agree with him not being a teapot, but they could have went above and beyond here, is what I'm saying. If I was in the writers' room, I would have been in Michael's ear, being like, "Yo, we gotta do this," or say Tomy at the time, "Yo, Soto, we gotta do this." And yeah, cheese orb, cheese orb. I just like him. I don't have much to say. Puffball speaker box. Puffball speaker box can go with flower speaker box. Yeah, that's about right. I don't have much to say. Nickel. I hate Nickel. They don't know what to do with this man. My God. BFDIA. He was just kind of Nickel from Nickel from Inanimate Insanity. And I guess they wanted to switch it up. And honestly, I like what they did when they switched it up in BFB. He was honestly like an underdog. Like I wanted to root for him. Like him and the Beep team, he was kind of like the whatever the word is for like the word for quartet, but for five people, is that a quintet? Yeah, the quintet of Balloony, Cloudy, Nickel, Woody, and Rocky from Beep. Love them. That was so great. But dude, after it pre-split, what the fuck? Teapot, he got weirder. BFDIA, what the fuck were they doing? What the hell? What the talk about lobotomized. Who was I talking about lobotomized for? Pillow. Him. He's the most lobotomized person I've ever seen. This dude. Braceletly. I like Braceletly. I think her bit is funny with Ice Cube. Fanny. Love Fanny. Love Fanny. Fanny's a great character. She carried She carried Teapot there for a little. And I'm interested to see what they do with her more. And low key, I'm going to bring this up because I've never seen anyone talk about it. Fanny and Fries is the most underrated friendship in the show. These two should have been on the same team in Teapot. They would have been great. And I'll talk about Fries in a second, but Fanny is great. Love Fanny. Her development in Teapot was great. BFB, she was interesting. I liked her with the Iance crew, but they did her so much justice in Teapot. Fries, right here. Love this dude. He should have stayed. 1,000,000%. He had so much potential. Him and Puffball going against Golf Ball would have been great. Because he just has that energy, and I'm glad he got his chance in BFDIA. He low key should have made it further. Question mark. But yep, love Fries. Naily, talk about bum ass character. What the fuck did Naily ever do? I'm gonna leave it at that. Pie, he's alright. I kind of like his energy, but he's alright. Woody, good character, but squandered. BFB, he was finding him pre-split. That is, he was finding himself. He was coming into his own, and they kind of got rid of that. Even though he did come into his own, I didn't really like the way they went about it. Okay, book. Now, if we were ranking this from pre-split BFB, bam. But anywhere else, I love book. Book's a great character. Her and Teapot, I feel like Teapot, she hasn't done much, but what she's done is good. And BFDIA, I kind of hope, I'm rooting for her to win at this point. And yeah, I hope she does. Or Needle, one of them two. You know who I don't want to win? Him. Puffball, love. Puffball carried Teapot when Teapot was in the trenches. Teapot 3 to Teapot 6, the Dark Ages. Puffball carried. There was literally no reason she should have been eliminated. Out of every. She should have stayed over every character on Are You Okay? There. Like, I would have preferred to see. I would have been less sad if any of the other characters left than Puffball. And of course she left. Great. I'm just that just makes me mad. Puffball was a great character and she should come back. She if a teapot does a rejoin, it should be her. Bottle, I like Bottle. Actually, I love Bottle. But they were low key overdoing it in Teapot 16. They low key were overdoing it. But like prior to that, she had the right amount of like funniness, goofiness, kirkiness. Oh, I shouldn't have said that. But yeah, she's great. And who's next? Bubble. Bubble is alright. I don't know what to talk about with Bubble. I kind of don't like Bubble in pre-split. Bubble's kind of one of the few characters. I mean, Bubble had good stuff, but after a match got eliminated, oh my god, Bubble got annoying. And yep, so we're just gonna keep Bubble there. Pencil, love Pencil, but if Pencil were to be up here, they need to finish it up in Teapot. But Pencil and Teapot has been great. I don't know how to feel about her in BFB. They kind of did butcher her character, but BFDIA, she low key should have made it further. But Pencil, I really like Pencil. She's so entertaining, and she's a great villain for the show. Because the show needs a villain like her. Saul, dislike. Eight, eight, bro, eight. There's actually a dude in my high school who said eight like all the time. It was like his vocal stim. He would just say eight, and it would just make me think of Saul. And that dude, I still see this dude like somewhat regularly. So like Saul is still in my presence. Fiery Jr. Dude, Teapot 21 made me like him a lot more. Because he really has never done anything before that. I'm glad they just kind of threw him in the episode for fun. That's good. He can just go there. Bommy I dislike. Bommy's too loud and it annoys me. And Bommy's never been interesting. And besides BFDIA, kind of, outside of that, never been interesting. Never. Fiery Speaker Box, low key one of my favorite characters. He was so funny. He was like the announcer, but funnier. And honestly, why don't we give Fiery Speaker Box's personality to Fiery? I feel like that would make him so much better. Match. I'm gonna put her here. I need to see more from her. Is basically what I'm saying. I dislike her, but I don't. Yeah, I'm gonna put her in Like, I just don't like her, but I want to. I do think they can do good work with her in the future. And yeah, Teardrop. I like Teardrop overall. I'm not a big Teardrop hater. Like worst trends, but yeah, Teardrop. I like Teardrop. She's always been pretty good. But Teapot, I had mixed feelings. But overall, I don't think she was bad in Teapot. Basketball. Basketball's like the definition of this tier. Like, they had so much they could do with basketball, and I think they kind of missed a little. But basketball, I still like basketball. 8 Ball, he's okay, but I honestly do like him. I do think, yeah, I do. BFB, he was honestly pretty chill. And I like that whole plow golf ball. It was nice. And I like him. Lollipop up here. Even she carried pre-split. She was the only reason I'd watch pre-split. Sometimes if a pre-split video come out, I would just skip to the end and vote for Lollipop because like I knew she wasn't falling off. But I like Lollipop. Even pre-split, Lollipop was great. She was so funny and just did and was just one of my favorite characters that whole time. And I've always been a Lollipop defender. Lollipop, the GOAT, loser. He's alright. Not much to say with him. He's just like, they try and shoehorn him into everything, but they aren't really giving him much. This is the one Teapot debuter I'll rank. Hate, 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 hate. The design was right there. Make an emo character. Please make an emo character. Please. This would have been the perfect opportunity. And you fucking ruined it. Announcer, one of my favorites. Just funny. I'm glad he's back in BFDI, even though I haven't watched it. But I'm just glad he's the host. Just he's always been funny. All his bits were great. Budget cuts. I cry acid. All that other shit he'd do was just great. Like he was on some rage bait timing. Like he just knew how to like make the contestants pissed. Eraser, I love Eraser. I want to put him in my favorites, but I feel like Eraser has always been a little underwhelming in every season. Like he's kind of like just Blocky and Penn's friend, but he's a little more like mean. But I like him a lot. I think Teapot was his best showing, and he low key should not have been eliminated that early. They kind of screwed him over, but yeah, I love Eraser. Leafy, I hate. Leafy just reminds because I've met people like Leafy in real life, and it annoys me. Hate Leafy, hate Leafy. The whole niceness thing pisses me off. Like it's just like you're such a fake person. Like it makes me mad. Lie, one of my favorites. Love Lie. They did her so much justice in Teapot 19. They finally just brought back what she talked about in Teapot 1, which I think is sick. And also, to the people who were like in those videos that were like predicting what the Exeter's teams will be in BFB, and if they were in Teapot and they would put Lie on Death Pact again, y'all were not paying attention. You guys just simply lack comprehension skills. Okay, I'm one to talk, but like, did you guys not hear in the Teapot? I mean, no, BFB 10, the rejoin auditions. Lie said our team name. She said something. You guys didn't hear that? Like, go listen to it. She would never join Death Pact again, and the creators proved me right. This is a beef I've had with myself, with just one-sided beef with these random YouTubers. But I was right. Penn, I love Penn. Penn peaked, but honestly, I like him a lot in Teapot, but dude, him and BFB pre-split, different being. Best character ever. Ever. He fell off a little, but I still like him a lot. And in the first season, he's probably the most underrated character of that season. He's just low-key funny. Like, sorry, I had to cut right there. But, yep. So, but yeah, Penn's cool. Bell is alright. Bell hasn't done much to impress me, like, at all. Taco, right here. Right there. Taco, I still think they can do so much with her. Post-split, I don't really know what they were going for. but I didn't really like it. But pre-split, she was great. She was crafty. She was like, she was just like a player that I feel like we haven't really seen before in BFDI. She was self-interested, but helped her team out when in unethical ways. And I think we just need more characters like her. Like her and Puffball. I think she was a little more tame than Puffball, but I just liked her. Eggy. Eggy is alright. Sorry to that dude who's obsessed with Eggy Apoy. I think his name is. Sorry to that dude. I don't. Eggy hasn't done much for me. Ice Cube, same thing. I kind of like Ice Cube. I like the little baby Ice Cube, but they haven't done. Ice Cube has been in 5 seasons and really hasn't done that much, which is kind of crazy. Evil Leafy. I like Evil Leafy. I feel like he's underused, or she's underused, but Evil Leafy, interesting character. I think she's a great antagonist for the show, and yeah, let's keep it at that. Oh, Gelatin. Fall from Grace. Hate Gelatin. BFDIA was his peak. And I'm talking about pre-hiatus BFDIA. He was this chiller who walked around with this freeze juice and he just freeze people. One awesome character. And then BFB, he got a little bit. He went to the lobotomized clinic. They stuck it in there a little bit. Lobotomized him just a little bit. Post-split, he went back and they went for the full thing. Full lobotomy. I don't know what happened. Just annoys me. PMO as a character. Okay, and our final character, Pin. Love Pin. My favorite. I'll put her right next to Coiny. Robbed. Bring her back. She was robbed in BFDIA. And I love Pin. Every season she's on is great. She's improved so much as a character, and she's just great. And I love Pin. And so, yeah, that's my tier list. Is there anyone else I'm missing? I don't really care to rank any of these characters. But yeah, here's my tier list. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, a new video, and I'll try and get videos to come out soon. I have some good ideas regarding Big Brother, the Traitors, maybe some Survivor in there. We'll see. Any other videos you guys want to see, let me know. And with that being said, thanks for watching, and, see y'all later.